So Thursday, just when we think maybe we're going to get another ASMR video soon, Hogwarts Legacy dropped an absolute bomb by saying gameplay showcase coming up, not next week, not in a month, tomorrow, which is now. Okay, first of all, first thing we're going to do, we're going to make sure this bad boy is set to 4K footage right here. And are you kidding me? 46 minutes? All right. Ooh, nice, nice. Dobby! Hedwig, Chocolate Frog, Sword of Gryffindor, Collector's Edition. See, okay, why couldn't some of that be in the Collector's Edition? Come on, man. All right, so far, okay, I think all of this is stuff we've seen. Yep, stuff we've seen so far. Dude, how about that music, though? How about that music? That might have been slightly new. The Peeves, slightly new there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is 46 minutes long.
What's up, everybody?
Chandler!
Welcome to the first Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. First up, we have our community guest host. He brings you the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content.
Okay, dude, can we just take a moment here to appreciate this? I mean, I feel like this is almost like an out-of-body experience right now. I can't imagine what this was like for James, you guys. I mean, one of us, someone who has been covering this for so long now, he is here helping them present the game. I'm so happy for him. I mean, this is incredible opportunity. I can't wait. He's going to knock it out of the park. I know he will. Look at that smile, dude. Look at that smile. Oh, it's making me smile here.
Local Merlin conspiracy theorist.
Guilty as charged. Yes.
Yo, Merlin.
Half of Expecto Go, James Whitehead.
Thanks, Chandler. Yes, I'm James Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy
content. Let's
and,
go,
I
James.
am one half of Expecto Go. The other half, my wife Sue, represents that other half. So I'm excited to be here, and thank you,
dude.
Avalanche.
How did James keep this a secret, man?
I cannot wait to go over this gameplay. I just gotta say.
How did he keep this a secret?
Welcome. Thank you for being here. And we've got two people from the studio. Just two.
Look at that. The collector's edition. The book. The wand. He was that close to it. Oh, can we also just appreciate the diversity of the four? They've got all four houses here. Chandler Slytherin, James, of course, Hufflepuff, Alan Ravenclaw, and then Boston Gryffindor. You love to see it.
But again, first and foremost, we need to get into this character creator. And James, with you here, we wanted to let you create this character. So
let's go.
Andrew, who is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture today.
These are your presets. So a lot like other games, dude. There's some initial settings that you can put. Okay,
we got the in-game footage work in progress at the bottom.
That just kind of get them into like the ballpark of what you want to be, who you want to be, and what you want to change.
Okay, please. They got to show the final tab, right? You got to show the final tab.
And then once you're in that ballpark, all the other tabs let you dial that in.
All right, so what are we looking at with this option over here with the tab?
Okay, then you go into the face shape.
So a lot of the different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here. So you can,
dude,
now
look
you're just
at
kind of getting into
the skin tones and the, oh my goodness.
Details in your face shape, in your skin color. And then because we knew a lot of people going right in are going to want it right away.
And we can just go, can I go like Tonks purple or green a little bit?
Absolutely.
Yo,
nice.
This is so cool. Oh, I like that. That is cute. Oh, okay, so little behind the scenes, I used to have this type of hair. Like,
dude, the detail on that. Oh, that's pretty close to James right now, not the color.
Different hairstyles here.
Let's see if that's what he goes with.
So now we're getting over here to
there you go.
Play around with some of the.
These are more subtle options. We've got freckles, moles, different things like when it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes,
scars,
some shading on the cheeks.
And then this final tab here, this is where you kind of bring your whole character together. You know, this is where you finalize everything. You're not choosing your house here.
Okay.
That's not yet.
Oh, okay. So you got the tone. You can go tone, voice 1, voice 2, and then you can also adjust the pitch. I like that. And then, is this our first look at the difficulty options? We knew they were going to have difficulty options I don't want to jump the gun here. Let's let maybe James is going to go over this.
But,
and Chandler here.
here's where you bring you choose voice 1 or voice 2, which is more kind of a masculine or a feminine voice, and then even within that, changing your pitch.
Name
Pitch
confirmed.
slider.
It's a subtle slider, but you can hear it.
Concerned about.
That was quite something.
And so you can kind of make out the differences. But yeah, you choose which kind of voice that you want.
I
You'll be
like
selecting your
that. I
difficulty
like
here.
how
For
they
Today we'll just go normal because
Okay.
Andrew's going to be
got like the pitch
taking us through
variations
some of the
there.
experiences with combat later.
And we can talk a little more about difficulty, yeah, with combat and how that plays in.
That is a
But I
big
think
question.
the important thing here is like if for people who aren't gamers, especially,
Right.
story mode is a way to get into this without being worried about like, oh, do I need to be good at games? Like, no, just enjoy this game. It's
And I will put
That's-
expecto and then go.
That's super interesting though that it's 4 difficulties and that I'm guessing that story is even easier
and then
than easy.
whether you want to be witch or wizard.
So name confirmed though, like first and last name. I know that was a big question if we were going to be able to. A lot of people thought maybe the last name is going to be set, and we'll actually hear people call us by that in game. Seems that's not the case. And then at the bottom here, you choose witch or wizard.
What do you
That
think?
will determine
Creator? We're good.
the
I'm
dormitory
good.
side.
Let's explore Hogwarts and let's get into some combat.
All right.
It's James's character. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so he's got the Hogwarts fanatic robe, nice. And I think I see over on the right. Oh man, you know we're gonna have to do such a deep dive on this later. But right now, this is
James,
just
there you
initial
are. You're wearing
reaction.
the House Fanatic robes from the account linking.
Thank you. I do look good. And this is our first look at the Hufflepuff common room, I'm assuming. I mean, dorm room.
The dorm room.
Yeah. This is awesome. But Alan, what are we seeing right here?
So
with
much
the
on
UI?
screen
'Cause
right
this is our
now.
First look.
the owl.
So right now we know
got
there's
the
been a
owl
lot of
over there.
questions about the HUD because this is the first time we're showing it.
Oh yeah, lots of questions about that.
Kind of going over it from right to
Minimap
left. On the bottom
confirmed.
right is what we call our spell diamond.
Mhm.
So those are, everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over 20 slottable spells that you can earn over the course of the game.
Okay.
And
R2 in
that's
the
where
middle.
the player can place them and use them and access them very quickly. To the top left of that is you'll see the D-pad, and on the left is
Yep.
an eyeball, and on the right is a bit of a grid. So the eyeball is an example of one of, not a slottable spell, but what we call an essential spell. There are certain spells that are used in very specific contexts, or that we just want on the controller at all times. And Revelo is one of those. That's left on the D-pad. On the right on the D-pad is that grid represents where you might slot spells. The green bar is your health, and basically there's a potion next to it. That's how you might heal. The bar
Oh,
above
potions
it,
are
we're
over
keeping
there?
secret for now. I apologize. And
Oh, okay. We know that's the ancient magic symbol. James knows it. You can tell from the grin on his face. That's going to be related to ancient magic for sure.
that's what
How
you're
about a
seeing
photo
there, and
mode,
this is our
Alan?
HUD.
Is there a photo mode?
Also, Andrew's giving
gotta
us
have a
a
photo
good
mode.
look over here. I want to call out. I'm a big fan of the bedside tables in the dormitories. Yeah,
Hey, that's a shout out to the Reddit
What
right
was
there.
mentioned in the writing. It's part of lore.
it's part of lore. There we go.
The
All right.
bedside tables,
So
dude.
now we're
Let's
walking
go.
out into
We really tried making these low-ceilinged dorms to give you that
The
Badger
burrow
set
feel. Yep.
sort of
And
feel.
the first thing I know is the music. The score is amazing with this.
Gorgeous.
And I'm calling out here. This is unique music that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room. Go back to those Common Room videos we released. You'll notice the
Right.
music's a little bit different,
Different.
and that is entirely intentional. Which is like element.
I'm sorry, but I'm just so distracted by the spells. I'm trying to figure out the spells over there. I want to figure out exactly how those work. So we know now it's not the D-pad for the R2 spells there. I forgot what he called them. I'm gonna go back and watch it later, figure out what exactly he called those spells. But we're a little bit closer, and they're going to show some combat here in a minute. So
Elements
maybe
for
we'll
each
get more
house,
in.
right? Like-
Hufflepuff is earth, Ravenclaw's air, Gryffindor's tactile.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Let's
Use the video
go.
right here, because there's a little magic going on.
You notice a little something.
Okay, wait. How did he cast that? Because that's one of the
Little
ones
magic going
he
on.
called, I think, essential. So maybe it's R1 because we know R1.
So-
wait. Okay, wait. To enter the Hufflepuff Common Room, one must tap the barrel 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga. Hufflepuff, an errant tap will result in being denied access and doused in vinegar. Let's go, man. All right, so this is called guide pages. I assume these are
These are something that we kind of interchangeably called
in the field
reveal
guide.
pages or lore pages. And you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
You see that we got some XP for it.
Mhm.
And you can also see that we've advanced something called like a field guide challenge up in the corner. Before we push forward a little bit, you can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
Okay, wait, hold on. Did that say?
The other students.
What did that say over
So,
here on the
Andrew,
left?
If you hit pause for me.
Roll. Roll. What is it rolling over there? I could see a question mark.
Here, before we push forward a little bit,
Quickly
you
turn
can see in our
away.
pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's Field Guide, and you can see your
Oh,
house
dude, this is so
kind of
gorgeous.
Right in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, I
You can see
love
on
that
your level as
overlay.
well.
Platinum
There are over
trophy.
100 field guide pages just
Here
in
I
Hogwarts
come.
alone. So-
Over
Grand
100 field guide
staircase
pages?
here. We're not gonna...
Circular
In Hogwarts
staircase
alone.
to
All the
match tower.
portraits.
Oh,
And I did-
okay. Grand staircase. Flue Flames location discovered. Let's go. Dude, the icons and the menus. It's so sleek. It looks so good right now,
Notice
man.
the flue flame just ignite right there, which was so cool.
Yeah.
Wait. What did they say right there? Hold on.
Nod to lore, house, but
That they're there just like in the books.
Yes.
Right
It's
next
a
to
nod
the
to
Great
lore.
Hall.
it's a nod to
Yeah.
lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system in the
Yeah,
game. It is
we didn't turn it
narratively.
into like a gameplay system, but it's definitely present throughout our narrative. And there are lots of choices where we want to
Interesting.
nod to things that aren't necessarily gameplay systems, but
Yeah.
but we nod to them as part of the narrative.
Over to the right
Part of the
there,
Wizard
Andrew
world.
was teasing. That's the Great
Great
Hall
Hall.
over
Yeah.
through those doors. Again, we're not going there. He's just kind of like,
Oh.
No.
Cool.
Can you
cool.
show us what that page is up there?
Here's another collectible page.
Yeah?
You know, just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts
Yeah?
that you can do and pick up and.
Okay, wait. So he did Accio on
these
that
things
one.
around-
I want to see if the icon
Here's another
changed at
collectible
all.
page. You know, just again showing you like just.
Oh, there it was. Okay. Look at the bottom right, the spell wheel. There it is. So triangle, square, circle, X. That's how you do the spells. But then where does R2 come in? So do you hold R2 and then press X, or yeah, because something has to make that menu right there pop up. Anywhere you see, you can go. Just
That
confirmed by
landscape,
Alan there.
that's
I believe that was
Location
Alan.
might look a little familiar to you.
I thought I recognized it. I believe this is from the Spring ASMR, and yes, so that puzzle right there, that view, Andrew is taking us right back.
What was with the
And it's
cloud over here?
Not to interact with that
Wait,
puzzle
what?
and to keep moving
Whoa!
on.
What?
We
The
can't
cloud.
spoil everything. We can't give you everything, right?
Hogwarts.
Look at the.
This is a big hub of the school. Like it's a big castle, but it is designed so you shouldn't get very lost. This is kind of a grand central station.
What a challenge,
That
man.
Each direction,
What
you know,
a
it's green
challenge.
over there, so the greenhouse is over there.
And let me tell you, I will be the one put to the test because I am terrible with directions. Absolutely terrible in life, in games, everything across the board. Oh, dude, look at this. This is amazing. I'm kind of getting Ministry of Magic vibes from this right here.
Transfiguration Courtyard, you know, library straight ahead. So it's kind of a
They're all gonna have names.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I remember
I'm
Troy talking about this.
I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Mole, conjured them to protect the contents of certain
Okay, former headmistress Professor Mole. I'll have to check later, but I think that may have just confirmed Phineas as the headmaster.
cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key
It's
will
a kid in
lead you
the
to a
background
locked
doing it.
cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Oh, some dialogue options here. So Nellie Ogspire. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not any. Okay, I'll look into it. Why would a headmistress do such a thing? Why don't you follow the keys? Is this James playing right now?
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I
I'll
hope
look
you
into
do.
it. Okay.
In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
Different interactions with different characters can also offer different choice points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game-wide. Some of these affect characters' lives, the ending of the game,
And sometimes it's just about you being a little bit of a nice guy or just being a jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So the
Whoa,
scale
whoa,
really
whoa,
varies.
whoa, 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 Alan. Whoa, whoa.
Things can, and some of those things
Different choice points.
can
Am I reading too much into this? Probably.
affect things game wide. Some of these.
So our choices do matter. No morality system, but the choices do matter and do have an impact. I think he just confirmed that right there. And then he's about to talk about the end of the game. And I feel like he started to say a little bit more and then stopped short.
Affect characters' lives.
Affect. Let's go, dude.
The ending of the game.
And sometimes it's just about you being.
And Chandler's
a little
like,
bit of
no,
a nice
no,
guy or just
no
being a
more.
jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So the scale really varies, but those opportunities exist for the player.
Wow, look at this.
Thank you. I gotta say, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. Like, this is a totally different vibe that they were going for, which is cool. You know, the state of play, it was just like boom, 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 like huge thing after huge thing. This is a much more like, I feel like for the fans who have followed this for a long time and want to obsess over all these little details, obviously that's why they got James there, right? I mean, James is the king of that. So it's a very different feel to it than some of the other trailers. Really, all the other trailers.
Notably, a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first year or an 11-year-old.
Dude, they have their finger on the pulse of everything. Because remember, some people were wondering and some people were talking about, are there any younger kids in Hogwarts in this game? They've clearly heard us talking about that.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am?
Aw.
Zenobia Noak. The girl
Zenobia.
who everyone at school hates for no reason.
Aw.
Places all over.
Hold up. Is this the Ravenclaw companion? Did we just get introduced to the Ravenclaw companion?
School.
So yeah, gobstones is one of the things that is not playable in the game. I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few things. Honestly, it's it's an amazing thing on the franchise how many things about this like speak to us as fans and that we want to turn into gameplay. And there were calls that we had to make over the course of production of
Quidditch,
kind of like which things we will and won't include in the bucket,
Gobstones,
just kind of for the overall
Wizard's chess.
Those are things that aren't featured.
No Wizard's chess.
They're featured within the world. Right?
I'm glad they mentioned they're a part of the wizarding world.
Yeah. Every single time.
Being in a classroom, I think this is a good opportunity to talk about how classes work.
Oh my
because we've gotten a lot of
goodness.
questions about that. Is it a schedule-based system? Is it to tell us how classes work?
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day?
There is a day-night cycle.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing through the game, and classes fit within that structure. So there are mainline things that the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay. Your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities outside of that through kind of
I feel like that was the best
side
solution, honestly.
Where you can its own character.
You're just gonna get lost in this castle, you guys.
Feels just a little bit different.
Wait, what did that say?
Where you go.
Yeah.
Don't try to just slide right by that. Level 1 lock. Interesting.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
Sentient castle full of magic for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's going to kind of
And
grow
full
and
of,
develop. Oh, I heard something.
Yeah. Speaking of characters.
Speaking of magic, Mr. Magic himself.
Oh, messing with the first years.
We talked about building on lore too. I know there's that statue over to the side. That's
Do you know who that is?
Lachlan the Lanky, and he's got his Bowtruckle friend. And,
nice
and
job, Chandler.
There's another.
Okay, bottom left, look at all of those little nodes on that mini map right there. Are those all of the those must be the gobstones. Okay, yeah, find Zenobia's gobstones, 0 of 6.
And this is a really good opportunity to now jump into combat because really in the game this is going to be the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way.
Trying to absorb everything,
this
Chandler.
is where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now,
Gotcha.
What we see on the top is the Accio spell.
Yep,
followed
Accio.
by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There's
Basic
certain spells
shots?
that the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now.
Flipindo.
And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that
Oh, okay. Dude, they should have just called it Flipindo, first of all. But I'll allow it. So that's kind of like a basic shot. The R2 is just for that basic shot. Okay, now, how do I cast Accio?
2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands.
There we
and
go.
If you let go, you see how it contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things very rapidly.
Yeah.
And so you learn over the course of these
There it is,
events, how to juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting spells, just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again, you can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel.
They
and then
all
as you
have
progress through
cooldowns.
the game, there are different things that can affect things like cooldowns through your talents.
Yo, okay. I'm trying to decide how much of this I should try and figure out versus just letting Alan explain it here. I do want to read this, though. Break through violet shields with 4 spells like the summoning charm, Accio. To manually target enemies and objects, use R3 to lock on. I love that. And then the right stick to change targets.
So you're not the only one that has Protego and the ability to deflect. The enemies do too. And we actually play with that when it comes to spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we're going to put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are, I'm forgetting the other one, all this, control spells. And so those things for the player, they wind up also being a color indicator for which actual spell to use to break the different shields that enemies can use. That way it rewards
Interesting.
kind of like that close attention.
Dude, I can see this absolutely being one of those systems that is easy to get into, but very difficult to master. I don't feel like you're just going to be able to spam. Maybe that's going to be one of the differences between the difficulty levels, because the simple combo with like R2 is, I forgot what exactly he called it. It's essentially Flipindo, just that very basic spell. That's kind of like a combat spell, maybe even Stupefy. I don't know. Stupefy might qualify as a little bit higher tier than a Flipindo, but having to cycle between those, man, that's going to be interesting. I think it's definitely going to take a little bit, because I don't know that I've ever seen a system quite like this
today, but we will definitely be taking you in the future.
Dude. They said you can. Alan said earlier that you can go anywhere. Oh, new trailer. Let's go. Oh my gosh, the lion. I love those windows, dude. Oh, there's the creepy little first year. Lost our gobstones. Nice look at the combat. Oh my goodness, man. We're gonna have to... The shot of the hippogriff yet again. They really did name everybody. Ashwinder Scout, Ashwinder... Wait. I want to go back to that last shot right here. I think is that Room of Requirement? It's like the vivariums. Oh my goodness. Wow. So totally different feel. Not at all what I was expecting, honestly. This was a very different style, especially compared to what they've done. We've really seen their marketing team kind of try a lot of different strategies here in terms of how they show the game, how they're talking about the game. This was way more laid back than I was expecting. That, like I said earlier, that state of play, it was just a constant flood of information. So when I saw it was 46 minutes before I started, I was a little bit worried, because I was thinking, oh my gosh, are they going to show too much here? But they didn't. I thought it was a good balance. I thought we got a lot of little tidbits here and there. Some things that people might not be too happy about, the wizard chest thing and the gobstones thing, but so much there to be excited about. And the thing that I've wanted more than anything else in this game that I'm so pumped about is one thing that they all keep talking about how much they love. It's that exploration of the castle, and you just truly getting lost in there and just finding all these little secrets and finding all the discoveries. So I can't wait to see. I'm starting to feel much more confident about that aspect is going to be just nailed. Absolutely. The combat, our first major look at the combat, that's going to be interesting, man. I'm really going to have to pour over those details, maybe cut up those sections where they talk about that specifically to try and figure all that out in my mind, exactly how that works, because we've got the D-pad for some types of spells, and then R2 is kind of like just a basic stunning spell. Then if you hold R2, it opens up even more spells. So rest assured, man, the next few weeks and 3 months leading up to Hogwarts Legacy are going to be absolutely crazy in terms of content. You guys know where you can always find more. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.